I've been ghosted hundreds of times in my career by sports teams and organizations before I even stepped foot on a professional sports sideline. And I learned one really uncomfortable truth throughout that whole process, and that is no matter how consistent you are and how often you're sharing your work, even if you post every single day, it's still not guaranteed to get you there. But I also learned that finding opportunities in the sports space has nothing to do with your talent level or your work ethic. Instead, it's all about how you position yourself and align yourself with the opportunities that are out there. If you guys are new here, my name is Juan. I'm a 28-year-old filmmaker and sports content creator based in Toronto, and I have been working in the sports industry for 9+ years, shooting everything from college sports all the way to the Winter Olympic Games. And if you're watching this, chances are that you were probably stuck in the same cycle I was in at the start of my career. You start off by bringing your camera to whatever sporting events you have access to and start capturing content. Eventually, you decide you want to share some of it online, so you start posting your photos or videos to Instagram and maybe even spend a few nights editing a mixtape that also makes it onto your feed. Regardless, you're starting to put in the work and be fairly consistent at this. Eventually, your work might even take off on social media. You may have gone viral once or twice at this point. Despite you putting in the work though, you keep running into the same issue every single time you apply for a credential or a job in the sports industry. No replies, no access, and no opportunities. So you think to yourself, I'm not getting through the door because I just haven't made enough work yet. So you keep shooting, you keep editing, and you keep sharing. And you might even buy a brand new camera along the way thinking it's a gear problem. But despite you doing all of that, nothing changes. The problem you're running into has nothing to do with your talent or specifically your work ethic. Instead, the problem you're running into has everything to do with alignment and targeting. And once I realized that, everything started clicking for me. I had the realization that the content I was sharing on social media, the photos, the mixtapes I spent hours editing, the videos I captured, it was all posted and created for an audience, not for the people who could actually hire me. And then I took a look around and saw people around me doing the exact same thing. And I really quickly noticed and realized everyone here unknowingly was building audiences, not careers. And let's just call a spade here. Posting random content without rhyme or reason or intention behind it and hoping an organization notices you and hires you because of it is like applying for a job with a resume that is 5 years old and not crafted for that specific job. You are throwing darts at a wall, hoping to hit a bullseye without there actually being a dartboard there in the first place. And most creatives, unfortunately, never make that distinction. And so in order to change that and actually stand out when I was applying for jobs and opportunities, I just stopped doing what everyone else was doing. I simply stopped asking for access and started offering value. I stopped pitching myself and I started pitching creative solutions and ideas. My messages quickly went from, can I get a media pass, to this is what I want to offer you and your team. And truthfully, that one shift changed everything. And I changed my entire approach in 3 really simple steps. Step 1, you need to get hyper specific about the jobs that you actually want. It is way too vague of a statement these days to go out and say, I want to shoot sports or I just want to work in sports. By saying things like that, you're not really giving yourself a target. Instead, by saying things like, I want to create social content for this NFL team, or I want to produce sports documentaries for this MLS club, you are giving yourself a tangible target you can achieve potentially one day, but also you can't build towards something that you've never identified before. Step 2, once you identify the job that you actually want, you now have to prove that you can actually do it. I have beat this horse to death, but you need to start creating the work that you want to be hired for, and you have to stop waiting for these opportunities to come to you, and you need to go out and manufacture them yourself with whatever you have accessible to you within your community. Whether that's going out to shoot your local sports leagues, whether that's going to pitch projects to junior leagues, and treating the athletes that you're shooting at any level, whether they are amateur or semi-pro, with the same energy you would have if they were professional athletes. Once you do this, you will have built a body of work that is targeted and aligned with the job that you actually want, and a portfolio that shows people that you can do this job and that you can provide value in this very specific section. And that's when you're going to notice the momentum start moving in your direction. And finally, the step that I think most creatives often overlook. Step 3, you need to get your work in front of actual decision makers, not just your TikTok audience, not just your Instagram feed, but actual people who can move the needle, say yes, and actually bring you into the rooms positions and the roles that you have been knocking on your entire career. At this point, if you do not do this, you are only hurting your chances of finding a career in this space. One intentional and well-crafted piece of outreach to the right person is so much more important than those 30 Instagram reels that those people hiring may actually never see. And if you don't hear back right away, that's okay. Don't hang your head or give up right away. Instead, be respectfully persistent. People in this industry are very busy, and odds are that your email just got lost in the mix. So reach back 1 or 2 more times and you might actually get a response after doing so, as long as you do it respectfully. And if you need proof that these steps work, this is the exact blueprint that I personally have lived through in my career. And that took me all the way from shooting college sports during my 4 years of undergrad, all the way to my full-time job with the NHL and just coming back from shooting the Winter Olympics. It wasn't about pro sports at the start. It was all about taking the opportunities as they came to me and also saying yes to whatever came my way, and also taking advantage and finding opportunities in the spaces and the communities that I was in. And at the time, it was my university's athletic department. But at that point, every single game I shot and every single piece of content I created was intentional and had a purpose behind it. Every time I picked up my camera to go shoot a sports game, or every time I put my SD card in to edit a video or a photo, it was building this career brick by brick, no matter the level of sport I was shooting or the event that I was attending. By the time I graduated, the foundation of the very career I find myself in now was already there, but it wasn't because I had a video go viral or because I had some inside connection, but it was because I built the work intentionally that I wanted to be hired for a very specific job, and the work that was there spoke for itself. Now, I know earlier in this video, I spoke about where I'm at, what I've been able to achieve, and that wasn't to flex or brag, but instead show you guys what's actually possible if you put your head down and target the career that you want intentionally. Your sideline right now may not be the Olympics. It might be your local basketball team that, for the college you go to. It might be a lower tier professional league, or it might just be your local bocce ball club. It doesn't matter where you start, because at the end of the day, you're going to end up taking the same path and the same steps that myself and other talented creators that you probably follow took to get to where we are now. Get specific about the job that you actually want. Go and create the content and build the portfolio that shows you can actually do it, and then get it in front of the people who can actually take action and make it official. Stop creating content for your followers and your audience and start building a body of work that can get you the dream career you've always wanted. I did that for 4+ years before I even sniffed my first professional sports credential or job, and it got me all the way to the Olympic Games. At the end of the day, access and opportunities will go to the creatives who already look like they belong there. And by the way, if you guys want even more help in getting your work in front of the right people more often, I put everything I know about getting credentialed and doing outreach in what I like to call the Sports Creative Access Playbook. The link for that is in the description below. If you guys got to this point in the video, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate when you guys get all the way through. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you learned anything at all, please consider leaving a like down below. And if you guys have any questions about my journey or how I could help you guys with your own sports journey, please feel free to leave a comment down below, as I love engaging with you guys whenever you leave comments. Also, if you guys are new here or if you've been around for a while and haven't hit subscribe yet, please consider doing so, as it helps the channel grow and I really, really appreciate it. That does it for me in this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.